Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will kick it away first. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Cornhuskers offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Finds his target down the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's got it on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback,
he'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Back to the air one more time. Let's it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up fourth.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Huskers.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And here's the return. And the returner will be dragged down. So Wisconsin's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Badgers in the hurry up.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
You've got a 30 manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Tosses it incomplete. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hicks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 45, on his way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. It'll be a draw. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with tough.
Going for it all. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska! Boy, it didn't look pretty at first, but it wound up being most effective.
And that's the problem with these guys, these quarterbacks. It's not the first play you have to play. You have to play the second play and the third play because they just keep extending it and making plays. And then next thing you know, you look up and the dude's hitting his head on the goalpost.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Badgers want to crank the tempo.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back to pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
And now on 2nd down for this offense.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Running game got stuffed on 1st down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. Snapped it in the shotgun. He makes the connection. Got room at the 35. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Badgers are in the hurry-up. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots, but it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that is opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Sweet feet on the move. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Oh, gave the defender the business. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got a man, it's Hicks. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, Dave, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And stampeding through the defense. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And looking for a deep man. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Going up top on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires into traffic. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Pocket starts to collapse. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Flanagan. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's going to pass. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down marker.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. To the ground, he's got it again. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. Discards a man. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down. And the Badgers have their offense in high gear. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badger. Getting set for the point after.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on...
He's got it down the right side. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Husker. They take the lead with the 6.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying play action. Throwing right. Got him downfield. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The Badgers want to move quickly.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Using the spin move. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, the ground game. Shakes off the tackler. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The RPO, it's complete. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Escapes trouble. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can...
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. The Badgers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Carmen.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes a grab over the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff to the lone back. The Cornhuskers get it past the sticks.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little extra time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody's based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to go up top. Trying to get to him. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on third down. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Looking down the middle. Complete to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big game. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. And the timing just a hair off.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking for a crease to the left. Breaks the tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Huskers will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Badgers headed quickly to the line.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
Makes his connection. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that last completion, it's second down. From the gun, give on the inside. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Bully ball on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're playing the football and believing in your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Try to get it on the ground. Pulls his way forward. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on fourth down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense down to the 25 now, first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's second and 13. He's looking to throw. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Snowed under by the defense.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Cornhuskers pick up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Firing to the right, complete. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rice is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 28 over UTSA. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They're setting up the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Inside the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Slants against man, that wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that now.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home.
Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. This offense has a second down play. 3-25. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They want that clock to run. At the 40, there he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play.
Get set. Hand.
He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Pressure coming. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Puts him in the spin cycle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. First down here for the offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation